Good evening and welcome to Tntv News. I am Atat Charles. The Nigerian Police Force has arrested 31 suspects for alleged kidnapping, armed robbery and illegal possession of prohibited firearms in Doko area of Niger State. The force spokesman, Jimon Moshood, disclosed this while addressing journalists in Diko. The Chief Superintendent of Police, CSP Moshood, named the gang leaders Hussani Mohammed, who was aged 43, alongside principal suspects Adamu Hussani, who is aged 29, among others. Items recovered from the suspects included 4 AK-47 rifles, 2 English Barata pistols, 2 locally made pistols, 5 sets of army uniforms, and 5 military caps, 3 military boots. Unemployment is one of the major issues affecting Nigerians' economy and society. The rate of unemployment has increased during the last few years due to fallout from the economic challenges. This problem has been widely discussed. Let's talk about the causes, effects, and possible solutions to unemployment in Nigeria. Victory Gilbert continues this report.
With the unemployment rate pegged at 14.2%, thousands of Nigerians are left without a job. Respondents noted that this was due to the inability of government to create projects that would require manpower, thereby creating jobs for youths.
For how many years there's no employment? People graduate and they dump them home. And that leads to a lot of mischiefs and things at home. We don't sleep again because of people who are at home doing nothing. They should lift ban on employment. Open small industries in areas. In my community, for instance, they can open fish industry. We have river. You understand? Depending on oil, that's the problem we have. What about the palm oil? We don't do it again. In River State where I came from, the reason palm is they are dying.
The government should start looking at each state, what our states can produce, and give them money for that state, for them to do what they can do. During that time, they are engaging the youths of that state for employment.
Senior lecturer at the Department of Philosophy, Uniport, Dr. Desmond Mbete, had this to say.
Education has a very fundamental role to play in whatever kind of restructuring we want in this country, whether it's a political restructuring or legal or economic or so. For instance, right from the basics, kindergarten, nursery, primary also, there is need for Nigeria to have a clear philosophy of education. If you ask me, it is only basic, or what in some parlance is called universal education, that is supposed to be free. I would advocate for a system whereby education should become a little more expensive, costlier than it is presently. And let me explain that. The system, the state, should find a way of making sure that no child who has the capacity to go to school is unable to go to school because the parents don't have enough money. So the state is supposed to, right from nursery, primary or so, monitor pupils and make sure that those ones that exhibit the capacity to think well, the capacity to do well in academics are sponsored.
While 29 million Nigerians remain jobless, the toll is expected to rise by 5% in 2018. From Choba, Port Harcourt, Victory Gilbert, Tntv News.
You can watch us online at www.tntvonline.com. You can also follow us on YouTube at The Neighborhood TV, or you can watch us on your Facebook at Neighborhood Newspaper or Neighborhood Live. We're going on a short break, and when we come back, the news continues.
Nigerians, our fearless officers and men of the Nigerian military are winning the war against Boko Haram. Today, all occupied territories have been recovered and Boko Haram has been degraded. Our affected brothers and sisters are getting their lives back. However, they are now after you and me. In our mosques, churches, schools, motor parks, markets, entertainment centers, and public gatherings. Be vigilant. Be security conscious. Report suspicious persons, objects, and movements to the police and other security agencies. The security of our nation is a duty for you and me. Nigeria, unite against terrorism.
This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Tntv News. I am Atat Charles. A bag of rice goes for 18,500 naira depending on the brand. Here is a market survey report.
Bag of beans now. This is still at 31, one of 32, one of 33 day. They're different. If you have small beans, normal beans. One of 26, 27 day. If na rice, bag of rice now, na 18.5. That's what they sell everything now. So everything there is in the normal now. No, that's in the normal. Yeah, local rice 33,000. I see na stone free, yeah, na stone free. Na 18.5. 18.5. Yeah, it's at 33,000. Local rice. Beans, you go stay on 30, 28. That's when they now. Everything they know, man.
Mixed reactions has continued to trail the report by the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics that the country is out of recession. Respondents had this to say.
I don't know how to put it. I don't think it's a correct statement for now because we are still facing, in short, we are still in recession. There's nothing like we've come out of it. We are still in recession.
Costly, as we can see. The only thing that are cheaper now is okra, pepper, and gari that is cheap in the market. Any other thing is high.
According to the World Economic Forum's Global Competitiveness Report, Nigeria is being ranked 127 out of 137 economies. This is the first time the country's ranking has gone up since 2012. That concludes our news at 4. I am Tat Charles and enjoy the rest of your day.